Gary, can you give us your point of view about the spline of the rod blanks?
Okay. Well, the spline is, of the blanks here in the United States has been back and forth and everything else for many years. Whether the spine of the blank, the guide should be on the top or the bottom. I really don't know if the spine is on the top or the bottom, and because there's been so much writings about this both ways, but I do know where the guides go. So if you take your blank, and we have a little tag on the bottom here, so it kind of shows you where it will seek out. And what you do is you come up here to the tip of the blank, and you load the tip of the blank about in the area of about where it's going to be casted, the power ratio in it, where it's going to be casted, or where you're going to fish when you hook a fish. So you bend it down like this, and then you take your fingers here and you rotate the blank, and you'll find that the blank will find its easiest place where it wants to stay. As you can see, I can move it around, it still wants to stay there. If I try to turn around and get it off of that spine of the blank, you can see how it wants to go right back to where it goes back. So this is the blank. What it really says is this blank wants to bend easier this way than it does this way. About 90% of the time, if there's a bend in the blank, it'll be a bend like this anyway. So what you want to do is, like I said, whether this is the top is the spine or the bottom is the spine, I don't care. What I do care about is where the guides go. If it's going to be a casting rod, the guides go on the top. If it's going to be spinning, the guides will go on the bottom, because that's the way you're going to be fishing those two rods. So what happens is let's say this is a spinning rod. When I put the guides on the bottom, that's going to take that blank and it's going to push down against the natural bend that wants to be this way. And the power to bend it will be easier to bend it this way than it would be that way. So if I put the guides on the bottom, it's going to balance the blank out. It's going to add weight to it. Now it takes about the same amount of energy to bend it either way. So when I turn around and cast that rod, when I cast that rod, I load that rod, and the energy in that my bait or what I'm going to cast is going to load it straight, and it's going to cast straight. But most important is the dampening of the rod. When you've got the guides that are opposite of the bend of the blank, the power in the blank, it'll dampen much quicker. If it doesn't dampen quick, then what ends up happening as I cast it and it's unloading, the tip is doing this, and the line is trying to get out through that tip top. And if the tip top is up here, the line's up here, if it's down here, so the line goes through the air like this, instead of it having to dampen, go straight out, less friction on the guides and the blanks. Just the opposite of its casting, because the rod's turned over the opposite way. So that's where the guides go. Where the spine is, I don't know.